Hi, this is Joe, and you're in Joe's Kitchen. Today we have a very exciting and creative recipe to share with you, and had a lot of fun doing it. And mostly I was dumbfounded by the end result. It's delicious and amazing. It really fooled me. Anyhow, without further ado, let's get to it.
We're gonna eat, we're gonna eat, we're gonna eat and eat. We're gonna eat and eat. We're gonna eat and eat. Welcome to Joe's Kitchen, yeah, we're gonna eat. That's right. We're gonna eat and eat. 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 Welcome to Joe's Kitchen, yeah, we're gonna eat. Oh yeah.
Hi everybody, we're gonna have a lot of fun here. We're gonna do something that's, I've seen some videos on it, and just a disclaimer, I am not a vegan, but I'm a connoisseur of flavor and creativity, and I think this is a fun item to prepare. By the way, football season is beginning, first preseason game. So I'm preparing this like a tailgate thing. And what it is we're gonna turn carrots into hot dogs. In case you haven't seen, it's something that's apparently pretty popular and actually supposedly is very flavorful. We'll find out. It's gonna take a day to marinade, so we're just gonna prepare it today, put it in the marinade, and we're gonna cook it tomorrow, but in this video you'll see it all. All right, let me introduce the ingredients. We got our hot dogs, which are carrots. And we did our best to find carrots that are as close to the size of a hot dog and aren't too small here and too large here. Obviously we're gonna trim it and we're gonna peel it and we're gonna make it look like a hot dog. So we did our best. I think we got a pretty good specimen. We're gonna do 4 hot dogs. We've got some nice rolls. The rolls are actually probably more like hoagie rolls, but we're gonna have fun with it. It's gonna be nice, hearty pre-game meal. For our marinade, we're gonna use all these ingredients here pretty much. So we're gonna use garlic powder, onion powder, apple cider vinegar, rice vinegar, regular yellow mustard, maple syrup, coco aminos. A lot of the recipes suggest soy, but we're going to substitute it with coco aminos. And we got liquid smoke and smoked paprika, or as some people say, paprika. And there's actually a regular paprika, or paprika, but we're going to use smoked paprika because that's what a lot of the recipes suggested. This is like a culmination of watching a lot of videos and a lot of recipes, trying to recreate this amazing transformation of a carrot to a hot dog. We've got the garlic. We're not going to put all this garlic in there. We're going to put a certain amount. We do have our measurements. We'll talk about that later. And yeah, so we're going to create the marinade. All right, our first step, I said was marinade, but we're actually going to create the hot dogs first. We got to trim these down. And I'm going to show you one, and then we're going to kind of go around. I'm not going to show you doing all of them. It's going to take up too much time. We're going to try to abbreviate this whole thing the best we can and just show you the basics. So first off, I'm going to cut the ends off like so. And then you want a bun length. So like, here's the bun that we're using. And so, you know, I might want to go about like right there. I'm also looking at the size of the, like it was very thin there. Now we can save those carrots for other options, for other cooking purposes. Or if you have a neighborhood rabbit, you can just throw it outside and hope he has a little snack with that. You know why you've never seen rabbits wear glasses? Okay, well, we've all heard that one. Anyways, we're going to peel it now using a peeler. some people call this a potato peeler. Right now it's a carrot peeler. I'm just going to peel this going around. First I'm just going to get just a little bit of that outer skin off of there because it's going to be bitter. So now I've got it peeled. It doesn't look like a hot dog right now. So what I want to do is I want to trim this up a little bit more so that it's almost the same width as this down here. So this here has got to come down about there. And so we're just going to get aggressive with it. And it won't be perfect, but it'll be closer to what we're expecting it to be. Closer to equal size. We're getting pretty close there, I think. Maybe a little bit more in certain areas. Doesn't have to be perfect, just almost perfect. Now, hot dogs don't have the squared off ends, so we're going to try to round those ends. And I'm going to just try to take this peeler around the end of it to try to curve that end to look more like a hot dog, okay? And you know, it's the first time I've ever done this, so I probably would get better at it after time. Compost. If I like these things. All right, so this is a hot dog right there. I think they were looking pretty good mostly. I mean, this is my first attempt at it, so I'm feeling pretty good about it mostly. Okay, so that's that. So like I said, it's football season here in 2023. It's starting up with preseason here. My team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'd like to really hear in the comments what your favorite team is and why. And by the way, this is one of our first videos. If you could, please hit like, subscribe, and the notifications. I think that's what you're supposed to say. Right now we're boiling water. And I added like a teaspoon of salt to the water. And what that does is it raises the temperature of the boiling point. It makes that water hotter. And it's going to do its job a little bit better. We have our 4 carrots, aka hot dogs. And I don't know, they look like hot dogs, don't they? It looks kind of like hot dogs. As soon as it's reached a boil, we're going to put these carrot dogs in the water. And we're going to set a timer for probably around, I've seen different things, 10 to 12 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. So I like to play safe. So I'm going to put it for 12 minutes, and then I'm going to test it. And the way we test it is we're going to use a fork. You could use a spoon, but I just don't think that'll work. I'm going to use a fork, and right now I can't push through that carrot. But when it cooks for 12 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, it'll be soft enough to go through there. But we don't want to get it too soft. If I've gotten to that point where I think it's a little bit too soft, then what I'm going to do is when I take them out, I'm going to run cold water on them. And then that cold water is going to stop the cooking process. If I think they could cook for a little longer, but they're real close, I'll just take them out, let the heat of the hot dog, carrot dog, continue to heat as I make the marinade. While we're on a roll and boil, let's take a look at this. And we're going to put the hot dogs, the carrot dogs, in there slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to watch this. If it decides it wants to try to boil over, I'm going to reduce it a little bit, but I'm going to set a timer right now for 12 minutes. We'll see how that goes. We'll test it at that point in time, and if it needs to go a little longer, it'll go a little longer. All right, so timer's about to go off. We're going to check these carrot dogs. That was 12 minutes. And by the way, what's really cool about this is, you know, this year the Buccaneers are playing their creamsicle uniforms here later in the year, and these are kind of the color of creamsicles right now, but they won't look like that when we're done. All right, we're going to test this. Put it on a cutting board here. It's going through really easy. So I think, you know, I'm looking for the flexibility. Like I said, it's the first time doing this. Fork's going through really easy. It's going to keep cooking. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just turn off the stove top. Let it sit in there as I work on the marinade. All right, before we start marinating, we're gonna get these carrot dogs out of the water. I think they're looking good. And yeah, they're getting, you know, leaving them in that water was a good choice. Like I said, if they feel like they're overcooked, run them under some cold water to stop the cooking process. These here seem like they could go a little longer, so I left them in there. But we're gonna put them out of this hot water right now. And like so. This ultimately is gonna have our marinade in it. Turn this is off, we're gonna move that back out of the way, safety first. We got our garlic minced, well, pressed actually. And we're gonna add our ingredients. Starting with the rice vinegar, we're gonna do a 1/4 cup. So, oh, it's a brand new container, so I gotta pop that off there. So we're gonna add a 1/4 cup. And this particular cup is a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar. It smells good. We're also going to add some apple cider vinegar. Brag. I said Brago, I meant brag. We're going to do an 1/8 cup, so I'm going to fill this up a halfway. And if you want the full recipe, you can look in the comments section. It probably won't be there because I don't know, maybe it will. Coco aminos, a good substitution for soy sauce. It's better for you and everything else. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of coco aminos. It's one of these full. This stuff is really good. You can do it in some rice noodles and stir fry. It's very tasty. Organic maple syrup. We try to use organic as much as we can. Just depends what's available. This is organic maple syrup, 100% pure, grade A, dark color, robust taste. Anyhow, we're gonna add a tablespoon. That would be this thing here. Tablespoon of maple syrup. Next ingredient is the paprika. Smoked paprika, and we're going to do a teaspoon. Everything else, but this stuff smells like a hot dog. Here, smell it. That smells like a hot dog. This is probably the key ingredient, actually. And we want a teaspoon. So we gotta find a teaspoon. Teaspoon being this right here. Not much. Gotta take the top off. We're not gonna sprinkle it. We're gonna measure it. Not a rounded, but a level teaspoon. Like so. Paprika or paprika. How do you say it? Put it in the comments below. Do you say paprika or you say paprika? Yellow mustard, French's. You can use whatever brand you want to use. We're going to put a teaspoon of yellow mustard. We're going to shake it first to get it mixed up pretty good before we pour it in, because a little juice will come out first if we don't. And I have the mustard. I'm going to get something to bring it out, maybe a little knife. Okay, there we go. We put the mustard in, like so. Get all that good stuff in there. Nothing better to make a hot dog taste like a hot dog than mustard. All right, next ingredient, garlic powder. We got garlic powder here. We're going to do a teaspoon of that. Our teaspoon is dirty, so we're going to rinse that real quick. Paper towel. Darn it. Should have 2 teaspoons. Anyhow, one teaspoon of garlic powder. There we go. And now we're going to add a teaspoon of onion powder. Final ingredient in this marinade, well, maybe not the final. We might add a little water just to make sure it coats the carrot dogs good. Well, so we want a teaspoon of the liquid smoke. There we go. This is our marinade. We're going to whisk. A little whisk is good. Mix it up good. Now there's different options you can do at this point. We're going to use a container to marinate these in. I think I'm going to consider a smaller container. No, we'll stay with that one. Smaller container might bring that up a little higher, but you could add more water to bring the level up over the carrot dogs, or you can actually get vegetable broth, and that would work as well. So I'm pouring that in there because I want to get all that good stuff. This is called the $1 million spatula. If you use it over 1,000,000 years, it might add up to $1 million. All right, that's our marinade. I'm going to add a little water to it. And I'm also probably transfer it to a smaller container to get the marinade to cover the carrot dogs better. So you'll see it later when we pull it out into a smaller container. I can't wait for football season. Starts tomorrow, preseason. Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we're going to learn a lot more about our lineups and our staff and our players. But it's a good time. It's a good time. We're going to have carrot dogs tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. It's a nice tailgating experience. We'll continue watching this video. We're going to cook them tomorrow. We'll pull them out of the refrigerator. You'll see how they look. It's going to be great. Go Bucks. Okay, Buccaneers fans, yes, it's game day. So it's a day later. We're doing the carrot hot dogs, which I know most of you game time buddies and guys and gals would like to have chicken wings, chili dogs or whatever. We're doing carrot dogs. It's just, like I said, disclaimer, I am not a vegan, but I am a connoisseur of flavor and creativity. So anyhow, it's been a day. It's been over 24 hours. We're going to take the carrot dogs out of the refrigerator. Here they are, marinating so nicely. The game is pregame starts in like an hour, so we got to get going here. Okay, here they are. I don't know if you can see those or not. I might get a close up on that. And there's our carrot dogs. Boy, that looks like a hot dog, don't it?
Yes, it does.
Next step is to caramelize some onions that we're going to put on top of the hot dogs. We're also going to saute some diced peppers and onions to include with baked beans, which will be a side dish. Although it could be on top of the hot dog dish. And then as well, we've got some coleslaw made up. You can put that on a hot dog too. You can have a hot dog with coleslaw, baked beans, whatever. But we're just gonna do the caramelized onions with the carrot dogs on our hoagies. Anyhow, it'll be delicious. Well, we hope it is. This is our first time ever doing this, so it's an experiment.
You gonna watch Joe grill? Yeah. He's gonna grill his carrot dogs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he'll share one with you.
All right, game day carrot dogs are on their way. We're gonna take them out now. We've had them at actually room temperature for maybe 30 minutes. And it's time to grill them. There we go. We got these carrot dogs. They're looking great and groovy. We're taking them out. We've already caramelized some onions. Those are ready for us. We've got the baked beans grilling and chilling. And baby, oh. Anyway, so what we're gonna do first is we're going to sear these a little bit on the skillet. We're gonna put these in the skillet. The skillet's been preheated, and the beans are getting pretty grooving here. I might just move them upstairs because they are ready. Hopefully it can stay up there okay. Do that right there. And so we're going to take these carrot dogs and we're going to put them on this hot skillet. And we're going to put some of this juice in there with it to try to sear them a little bit. Oh, that sounds sexy. And once they sear and I get some of the juices in them, we're going to put them on the grates and we're going to get rid of this pan. So we're going to put a little bit of this juice in there with them. Just enough that it'll evaporate. All right, so I've taken some of this marinade and I'm putting it in one with the carrot dogs. And I'm hoping it just absorbs a little bit more into the carrots. And I'm letting it reduce down with the carrots. And eventually I'm going to pull them out and put them straight on the grates. They're looking good. Look at them. They're getting nice caramelization. The sauce is reduced. And we could probably do other things to that sauce, but we're not going to. Baked beans are chilling and grilling. We're going to pull this off to the side and we're going to put them on the grill. Are you ready? Now I know what you're thinking. I'm a vegan. I don't need my vegetable foods to look like hot dogs. Well, I'm not a vegan. I'm looking at the creativeness of it and the flavor. So hopefully I'm not disappointed. This is the first time. We'll see. I'm going to mark these dogs and we're going to bring them inside and put them on some buns. Just want to move them one more time. Get across caramelization on them. They're looking good. They're like a hot dog. They feel like a hot dog. Look like a hot dog. It must be a hot dog. And we're going to go ahead and put these on a plate. Transfer them inside. Does that look like a hot dog or what? It's crazy. You couldn't tell me these were carrots unless I knew they were carrots. So that's it. We're going to take them inside. We're going to make a bun. Turn off the gas. And let's go inside. Game starting here soon. Alright, so I'm going to get my bun. Patty's got one, I got one. I'm going to do it the way I like mine. Which I'm going to start with some mustard and ketchup. My personal opinion is you can't have a hot dog without putting mustard and ketchup on. There's my mustard. Some ketchup. Some of our caramelized onions. Gotta save some for Patty. Oh wait, no, I gotta put the dog in it first. Here we go. I'm gonna pick my favorite one out, put it right in there. Holy cow, that looks like a hot dog. Hopefully it tastes like one. Okay, put onions in there. Because I'm a sloppy dog kind of guy, I'm gonna put some beans on it. We're gonna eat these with slaw and baked beans here in a little bit. Right now, I just want to give a good taste of this. This is the telltale moment, folks. Spread that nice and evenly over there. Oh my God. That's amazing. That is totally amazing. It tastes like a freaking hot dog. You gotta try this recipe. I'll put the information out there. But I've seen a lot of videos on it and I didn't believe them. I said, you know, there's no way. But that is delicious. And it's healthy for you mostly, except for we have a big bun. But mostly it's healthy for you. So kudos, great job. Go Bucks!
We're gonna eat, we're gonna eat, we're gonna eat and eat. We're gonna eat and eat. We're gonna eat and eat. Welcome to Joe's Kitchen, yeah, we're gonna eat. That's right.